All right. Welcome back for the South Bay Grading Bid Room. It is September 17th. We're back for another weekly update. Our mission to take 100 contractors to 10 million in annual revenue by 2035. Collaboration is the new currency. That's a quote from Brandon Dawson and one we have adopted as our own. And as you can see, we like to collaborate. This is some shots from the South Bay Builders Forums, maybe some from the East Bay, but it's all Bay, everywhere Bay. Everyone meeting up, everyone talking, led by Sean and Amar with Pegbo. Got partners with Lumber, a lot of big GCs. So we hope to see you guys out there. Invites for these will be going out regularly. If you want to get on the list, just hit us up on any social media platform, cell phone, text, email, carrier pigeon. We got a couple guys looking for work here. Screenshot this if you're looking for a laborer or looks like a guy that does a lot of different things. So Marcos Vasquez and Giovanni Venegas Axel. It's a cool name. Our team, we got Sean Dean out in the field at the Brentwood job with Shea Holmes. We got myself, Mike Vicenti, Masood Satari, and Jared Dean in our estimating department. Sandy running the ops over here for the meeting. Juan is out in the field at the Davis FPS clean plant job with Utilitech right now. Heather McKinney, our office manager, and Allison Dean sitting across from me doing all the social media magic. Estimating statistics, we're sitting at 16.5%. That's project on project. So that's amount of projects bid to awarded. And on dollar volume, 3.1%. We're always looking to up that, and we will succeed. Tales from the front. Oh man, that's me, huh? Well, I guess I'll just talk about what we've been grinding on internally here. We have talked about maybe in the past Project Site. It's a Trimble product we're using for project management. We have been implementing all of the Project Site modules and widgets as of late. Really what it does is it manages contracts, subcontracts, change orders, RFIs, submittals, and basically takes some of that Excel tedium out of the mix and lets you kind of see your overall project, where the money's at, where it's going. And the status of everything. You can assign notices to people. So we think that that's going to make the operation side of everything much more efficient. We can do our daily reports in there for the superintendents. That is something we'll be writing, and we have been writing into our subcontracts with our subs. They are required to use Project Site. So Sean, that's something maybe you could mention to Victor. He still hasn't signed up. We would like him to be in that platform. It's in his contract. Next slide. Our favorite things. She's on the meeting.
Hey, that's me.
Hey, you want to say a couple things real quick?
Yeah, sure. Am I getting fully into it now?
Yeah, go for it.
Perfect. Then let's
tell everyone your name, what you're all about, and then do
awesome. My name is Paloma Mansour, and I own a gifting company called Our Favorite Things. We specialize in working only with small businesses so that we can lift them up while also making you look good, whether you're sending it to a client, to a friend, to a sibling, whomever the recipient is. We just want it to be the right gift and not just a gift. That way you leave a lasting impression as you're learning to work with these larger companies and making yourself memorable so that they come back for you. They ask for you rather than you having to seek out the bid every time.
Awesome. Drew, did you hear that? She said a sibling.
Yeah, I caught that.
It's real subtle.
Yep, I like that.
You guys.
So you're gifting me a knife, Aaron? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. Okay. We'll jump to the next.
We have to turn the slides for her.
Oh, does she have slides?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, what?
I
Oh, you're
jumped-
all good.
Okay,
Is it inside?
there we
of
go. Okay, continue. My
If you-
bad.
It's all good. So if you think about any of the occasions listed here where it's just not quite the right thing, it goes beyond just like not leaving the best impression. It's also like you're wasting your money. That's a resource as small businesses that you have to exercise efficiently. And it can also leave a poor taste in someone's mouth. And then we're talking about just like effectively setting money on fire. I don't think anyone wants to actually do that. So finding ways around that is where we come in to design something that is actually right for the occasion, whether it's a one-off or it's 100 boxes. It doesn't, that translates across all of those quantities. We can hit the next slide. So that comes back to a lot of why we were founded. I was running a wine gifting company and realizing there were a lot of people left out of the loop. We had gifts that were either for people that just liked wine, women that liked pink, or people that just wanted a basic gift, but there wasn't something that really hit the impact for one, women that don't love pink, men, anyone else outside of that very small sphere. And we wanted to do it in a way that tells a story and still adds to the surprise and delight of a gift, because that is a very critical aspect of every present that is given. If you can bring that surprise, it amplifies the effect that you have long term. We can go to the next slide. So it's really like people come to me and they'll say, I have no idea what to give. Great, cool. That's why we're here. It's thinking through every one of the details to make sure that one, it looks great, to make you guys look great. It gets there on time. It hits all of the right notes. And that's where we come in to do that. You don't need to worry about any of the heavy lifting. We give you some options, but really at the end of the day, if you said, hey, figure it out for me, we often do that for clients as well. We can go to the next. So part of this is that it reminds those larger GCs, larger firms, whomever you're working with, that there are people behind the email at your company. It's not just someone that you talk to on the phone once a quarter to check in on how a project is going. They tells them like, hey, there are people I'm working with here and they genuinely care about the work they're putting out. And while it may seem like a superficial way to do that, separating yourself from the pack by doing something like this has a bigger impact in the long run. So why us? We want to bring something like I imagine many of you do, that where people can trust the quality of the work you're going to put out, and that it's easy for them, that they don't have to worry about it, that they know, oh, my foreman's got an easy job because Sean's on the site. Like he doesn't have to think about a thing. We want it to be that effortless and that out of mind for our clients as well, where they just know that once the order is placed, it's handled, it's done. And so that's what we strive to do with every order. Because in fact, it's not even about working with us, it's the vendors we work with. They are all small companies. They put their heart and soul into everything they do. And you can see that in the quality of the product. And with that, you're also bringing them a bigger audience, because most of these companies are fairly locally known, like in each of their areas, but they don't have a national audience. And we're trying to amplify the efforts that they're putting in by showing them to more new people. Yeah. So these are a couple examples that I wanted to point out, just that are more relevant in construction. These are a couple of holiday packages that we did for construction clients last year. The one on the left said, hey, I just want to do a few small treats, something to say, hey, they get a custom card with that, gives everybody just a little nudge that they're still there, but everything in there is tasty, it's new, and reminds them like, hey, we're being thought of outside of just building this project. And on the right, we included a custom ornament. So on the back, it had the company logo, it had their name, it had their year, but it's still something that the recipient's going to want to hang on the tree or around their house and just use as decoration, so that there's continued utility to all of it. So next year when they pull it back out again, they're thinking, oh, I should give them a call again. So the simplicity of our process is really this. We have preset options. We can always refer to things we've done before. But if something doesn't sit quite right with you, we don't want that to be just why you do something. You're like, hey, I'm ready. Let's just do it. We want to perfect it. And so we can always have a little conversation, 15 minutes, easy in, out. We send you a few ideas and you don't have to lift a finger. That includes the design of the card, the messaging we can help you with, all of that. But it's really custom to you. So if like everybody knows you for really liking cocoa and marshmallows, we can find really great cocoa and marshmallows to put in your package, but something that personalizes that gift. And it's as simple as that. So we cover all of these kind of product categories to make sure that we can attend to everyone. I will touch on like a gift that I was designing this week. A client of mine works in finance. She has someone who is retiring, but she knows he's going to the British Isles with his wife after. So she wants to send something with wool or travel related items. It's like, how do we amp this up? And do we make it really cozy or do we make it more travel and practical? But playing that balance, because we have the access to all of these items, gives her the ability to really hit all of the right notes with her client so that he keeps coming back, even though he's retired. I think we might have, so if we click one more time, you'll get all the information populating. Nope. I'll put it in the chat then. That way you all can reach me, but that is just the gist of what we do and how we do it. Does anyone have any questions for me?
I think the ornaments idea is awesome. My grandma used to give us, me and Drew, we all, for every year, we got an ornament that was strapped on top of our yearly Christmas present. And I definitely thought about my grandma and grandpa a lot. You know, every time we decorated the tree, it had the year on the back of it and our name.
Handmade too.
Oh, wow.
By her. She would make the ornaments herself. And usually a lot of them she would make herself.
Yeah, they were pretty cool. So that's, and also I think highlighting the local business thing, you've got like Amazon these days hoovering up all these corporate, like partially partnered with government companies that are just sucking up all the market share. I think it's important for everyone to be thinking about how to establish local connections because it's going to get more centralized, and having access to local stuff that may not have as much poison in it, you know, like may not have any poison in it is super important. You want to be thinking local all the time. It's the only way we can really like push back against the centralization that's happening right now.
Well, it's all about relationships too. That's
exactly
part of it. So like a couple of the companies that I work with now, I actually worked with at that previous company. And I loved their product so much that we're continuing that relationship. And I want to communicate that sort of bond forward.
Awesome.
Yeah, I want to just chime in, as the world gets less and less personal, it's important, to do something that creates a standout. And the effort of working with local vendors, local contractors, building those relationships is essential for the continued prosperity and growth of our communities. So really excited to have met you and been able to interact more and more, and I really appreciate what you're doing.
Thanks, John. Got any questions in the
anyone?
On our Instagram, we got someone said 100%. They're behind you guys. Awesome. Promoting the locals 100%.
Love it.
All right, we will move to. Thank you, Paloma. Appreciate it. Thanks for showing up to all those events too. It's always good to see you out there.
Of course,
being engaged. Yeah. So Neighborhood Hands, September 20th at 7:30 a.m. That would be this weekend. Sean and I will be out there for sure. If you want to come out, really, it's not that hard. You're going to come out and kind of help herd some cats, see what we're doing. It's a pretty cool little thing. I kind of was equating it to a music festival without the music, even though Sean does play some music out there. It's definitely that kind of setting. to help out the unhoused people, give them a little bit of money for doing some work and feel like they're, kind of are recognized in society. We have donations of clothes, dog food, a battery swap, Loaves and Fishes comes out there, Dignity on Wheels showers go out there. There's 2 barbers that are giving haircuts out there the whole time. There's people showing up with sandwiches and oatmeal and all kinds of different stuff. So they're giving out hygiene kits the last couple events. So I'll let Sean add on if he wants to tag on anything. But I got into it because of him. I was seeing these slides on the meeting and I just decided to show up one day and we've never looked back. So
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it. So one thing I would like to add is, the homeless crisis is not going to solve itself, and the government never solves any problems. Problems get solved by people who are, in the community and do what is necessary to correct the issue. One of the recent developments is, we just had a board meeting. I'm on the board with Neighborhood Hands, and the climate right now for nonprofits and charities is really rough. As uncertainty sets in, people are less likely to donate, which then translates to less services available. And one of the staples is an organization called Downtown Streets Team, and they are a path to employment provider. And unfortunately, they are going to be closing down operations in October. And so there's a need. There's a need for trying to replace that program with something else. Neighborhood Hands is considering taking part in that in some way. So it's not just about showing up, every couple of weeks and providing a 1 hour work session. There are people who have come through Neighborhood Hands, been connected to Downtown Streets Team, been connected to Labor Max, and are now, working full time. And that's really part of the mission for Neighborhood Hands has been employment development. So we'll see what happens here in the next few weeks, but I would definitely encourage you guys, if you're at all interested in what's going on and, a really easy way to get involved. It's nothing required of you. All you got to do is show up.
cool. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, it's actually pretty fun out there and you kind of come away, you get to walk around a little bit, touch a little bit of grass if you want to call it that, but you're out in the dirt and it's kind of nice to get some sun, get your melatonin dose for the day, All right, our wisdom nugget is from the Winston Churchill himself. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Well said, sir. Atomic Habits, James Clear. We are, what are we on, 17, I believe? We will be doing that meeting right after this one at 8:45. And I think it talks about kind of having a habit contract and having people track your habits with you, and the mental agreement you can make with yourself by putting something on paper and signing it. So pretty powerful. As we always say at the end of these meetings, the only way you fail is if you quit. So keep on pushing. Do not quit. Thank you for joining today. I appreciate all of you guys jumping on as always, and we will open it up. Let's see. Let's go to Drew. What do you got cooking over there in Santa Cruz?
I have a few sandblasted signs. I'm not at the shop right now, but I got a Costello building sign with 2 lever action rifles on it, and I'm afraid every time I take it outside that somebody's gonna ruin it or like vandalize it. They hate guns or some shit. So I
Yeah.
always run outside when anyone walks by just to make sure no one's gonna mess with it.
Yeah, cool. Right on. Well, anybody else? Well, I appreciate you jumping on, Drew. Anybody else want to jump on the mic and say anything before we wrap this thing up and move on to our next meeting?
No, but thank you for having me today, guys.
Yes, appreciate your time. All right, guys, that'll do it. Appreciate you all jumping on. We will see you next week.
Later.
Let's see. Bang, bang, South Bay gang from the heart of